I'm just gonna come out and say it. I love watching pro wrestling for the hunks in trunks. It's an incredible spectacle to behold, really. A man walking out in front of tens of thousands of people, his skin glistening under the spotlights, and nothing but a very truthful piece of spandex wrapped around his hips to keep his dignity and the PG rating intact. When I think about why pro wrestlers are so compelling to me, I realize that it has a fair bit to do with my own experiences as a schoolboy growing up in Canada. I was born in the mid-80s, and in school I tended to be one of the shy and quirky kids. When I was 12, I made it onto the swim team, which became my primary sport throughout high school. Now, I definitely wasn't one of the fastest swimmers, but regardless, every guy on the swim team had to wear Speedos. Dutifully, we would put on our spandex uniforms for swim practice. But as you can imagine, for boys going through puberty, a lot of us were a bit embarrassed to wear them. Around other guys, it's kind of funny wearing something that puts your equipment on center stage, but some of the guys felt downright uncomfortable wearing Speedos around girls. What you end up with are hands awkwardly dangling around in front of your bulge, and learning to jump into the pool as quickly as you can to spare yourself the humiliation. To make matters much worse, do you remember men's fashion trends from the 90s and early 2000s? That's right, it was baggy clothes, the baggier the better, drowning in acres of fabric and hoping that no part of your actual physique could be discerned. God help you if you were a guy and someone could actually see where your legs started and ended, because the jokes would just start to flow like a tap. When the kids outside of the swim team saw you wearing a Speedo, it may as well have been a public stoning. Aside from the general laughter and snickering, homophobic slurs would fly, and comments like, "Gross, how could you wear those little things?" were pretty common. Enduring insults and sarcastic comments pretty much comes with the territory of being a teenage boy on the swim team, anywhere in North America, I would presume. One fateful night, I was watching TV and came across WWF wrestling, and the wrestler on the screen immediately grabbed my attention. His name was Ken Shamrock, and the tanned, bulging muscles on every part of his body was nothing short of intimidating. But he was also wearing a pair of tight blue trunks that looked like something I would wear to swim practice. On TV. What Shamrock exuded was incredible confidence, masculinity, and strength. Yet in my head I thought, isn't he embarrassed to wear something that puts his manhood on display like that? Why would he wear something that makes people think he looks gay? The juxtaposition of his confidence and his skimpy gear was fascinating to me because I couldn't reconcile it with the closed-minded high school culture that defined my own reality. I had become so deeply steeped in this culture of shaming men and boys' bodies that these thoughts became second nature to me as well. But it is plainly obvious that Ken Shamrock is not in the least concerned about people calling him names. To see a man who oozes masculinity like him choose to wear nut huggers in front of the world felt to me like a middle finger to social convention. You want to tell him that his trunks look gay? I dare you to say it to his face. And soon after, I was hooked onto pro wrestling. I was in front of the TV every week watching this alternate reality, where the guys in spandex were actually the badasses who demand respect and will mess you up. Not the guys who were made to feel ashamed of their own bodies. But only the wrestlers who wore trunks really, truly captivated me. Whether they were the showstoppers like The Rock, the handsome jocks like Randy Orton, the cocky patriots like Rene Dupree, and the hopeful upstart rookies like Mark Jindrak. They all seemed to carry themselves with a superhuman level of confidence. I thought the wrestlers who wore long tights or street clothes were so banal. If you're a big deal, why wear something that obscures your body like society would want you to? Perhaps a part of me was living vicariously through my favorite wrestlers and spitting in the face of the kids who called me names. Yeah, I'm gonna wear my Speedo. And if you're gonna beat me up for it, I can take the hit. For being a small, flimsy piece of spandex, the Speedo does go a long way to toughening up a guy. It's designed to help you slip through the water, but with regular usage, it will also teach you to take no shit from other people.